This is 7 National News, and in our top story, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, attended a special symposium on social media on Tuesday. The event was organised by the Dubai Press Club, a part of the Government of Dubai Media Office. The symposium discussed culture and the responsible use of different social media channels. After a briefing by the DPC Executive Director, Mariam bin Farhad, Sheikh Mohammed highlighted the significance of social media and its role in spreading knowledge and culture, in addition to bridging the gap between executives and the public across all sectors. The top 100 banks in the Middle East controlled assets combined are worth $1.47 trillion and together made aggregate net profits of $24.6 billion in 2011, according to banking officials at last night's Banker Middle East Industry Awards 2012. Now, in its 13th year, the awards ceremony continues to recognise and honour the very best in banking and financial services across the Gulf region. His Highness Sheikh Maktoum bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the chairman of Gulf Finance, received the award for Best SME Finance Company. 44 bankers also walked away as winners, representing 28 banks from 9 countries, including the UAE, Qatar, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia and Jordan. Based on corporate financial results, Abu Dhabi Commercial Bank stressed that for them, transparency is critical. ADCB shined in more than one category, with Best Bank in the UAE being one of them.
I think transparency is number one. In fact, this month we wrote about corporate governance. When we look back at the number of clients that have failed, not only in this marketplace but in surrounding marketplaces, the core sort of root cause of the failure has been transparency, a lack of corporate governance, a lack of running the company in a transparent way. So if we as a service provider are expecting our clients to be transparent, we have to be transparent. And I think we sort of lead the edge in all banks in terms of our corporate governance and our transparency to the market.
At the same time, we have a separate set of awards which are purely based on numbers. Published annual reports. We look at the banks that are licensed and domiciled across 9 countries in the Middle East, and it's quite simple. We look at how your profits are doing, how your assets are doing, how your liabilities are doing, and so on. We calculate those numbers, and we can see who's the best bank in a particular country, who's the fastest growing bank in a particular country. It's a completely transparent process. But having said that, it does catch some people out, because you can have a bank that claims to be the biggest, the best, the strongest, and the numbers just actually don't always bear it out.
Mashreq Bank, over 40 years old now, won the best regional retail bank in the Middle East. Executive Vice President and Head of Retail Banking for Mashreq, Farhad D. Irani, expressed that it's motivating for his team as their hard work and effort is being celebrated and appreciated by the local community.
I think we're pretty proud in terms of what we've achieved in the last 1 year when it comes to innovation, as it relates to customer proposition, as it relates to service, and as it relates essentially to value. In times that are good and times that are bad, I think one thing holds true. Customers are smart. They know value when they see it. And, who says you cannot grow share in an otherwise pretty mature market?
I think it is extremely important. I think Banker Middle East, the awards have actually established themselves as a leading forum within the Middle East to actually do what you just said, which is recognize the successes, celebrate the successes, recognize the achievements, the excellent products and services that they develop. And this is the only forum on a Middle East, North Africa-wide level.
Major General Nasser Lakrai Bani Al Nuaimi, the Secretary General of the Office of the Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Interior and Chairman of the Higher Committee for Child Protection, has stressed that the Ministry of Interior is fully supporting the local and international efforts to protect children from any kind of child abuse. The Major General's words came on the occasion of World Day Against Child Labour on Tuesday, and he reiterated that the Ministry is committed to abide abide by international practices to protect children and spread awareness against child labour. The World Day Against Child Labour on the 12th of June every year is an international labour organisation sanctioned holiday to raise awareness to prevent child labour in both economic and military fields. The Fujairah municipality has issued a summertime rule for workers. The rules state that labourers who work outside must be provided with appropriate light cotton clothing by their employers for comfort. The regulation was signed by the director of Fujairah municipality, Mohammed Saif Al-Afkam, who warned that all those who violate the rule will face legal action. The director also issued a decision on banning closed cabins in coffee shops, which can be locked from the inside. Should coffee shops offer private cabins, the height of the door should not exceed a metre. It must be automatic and also use transparent materials. Cafes have 1 month to conform to the new rules. Beirut has overtaken Abu Dhabi in the ranks of the world's most expensive cities. Beirut came in at the number 67 spot overall, with Abu Dhabi following in at number 76. The report showed that the Middle East as a whole dropped in the rankings as price rises have been moderate compared to New York, the benchmark city. It added that there were also slight declines in expat accommodation in both Dubai and Abu Dhabi. Jeddah and Saudi Arabia were found to be the least expensive cities for the region. The findings were revealed by Mercer's latest cost of living survey, with Tokyo ranked as the most expensive city in the world for expats, and Karachi in India as the least expensive. The results came off the back of measuring the costs of over 200 items in each location, including transport, food, clothing, household goods, and entertainment. And up next, we'll have the day's business news, so stay with us.